What's going on, everyone? So the Lakers are preaching something that I've been preaching for months now at this point, and that is patience. And I know it's hard. I know it's tough. As fans, we all just want it now. We want something to get done now, so that way we kind of have an idea. Okay, this is where we're at. Not just that, but if you do like the beginning stage trade, right? Because I do think the Lakers need multiple trades. But if you get that first one, it just takes so much pressure off the necessity to go and do another one, right? You can be a little more patient. But as I keep saying, the mantra, all that stuff, right? Go between now and training camp, there's a lot of time. You got a lot of time between now and training camp. And a lot can happen and a lot can develop. And you see, more often than not, prices start to drop. Now, does that mean that they drop enough for the Lakers to then pull the trigger on a potential trade? I don't know. That's yet to be seen. But you have a team like the Blazers, for example, who have been heavily linked to the Lakers lately, right? With the Jeremy Grant trade. They want to trade Fernie Simons. They want to trade Jeremy Grant. Those are the two main pieces that they want to move off of at least one before they get into the start of the season. So if there aren't any takers and, they're asking prices too high momentarily, right? They're going to drop that price if that's really what they want to do, right? Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're in a place of desperation. It also depends on what that price drop is. If you go from 2 unprotected first to, okay, fine, we'll do 1 unprotected and 1 protected, it's not really enough significance to where, okay, the Lakers are now going to make that move. But again, ideally, it would be nice to get something done on the trade market. Because if you go and you trade for, say, Jeremy Grant, for example, right? Then now the pressure is just, it's a lot less, right? Fans are kind of content momentarily, right? It's kind of like, okay, well, let's see what this roster looks like with Jeremy Grant now, right? You go into the season, you start rattling off some wins, you feel some confidence, right? And the Lakers can kind of take their time easing into a potential other trade if one comes. But I've talked about it time and time again. I would rather no trade than a bad trade, right? I'm old enough to remember Luol Deng and Timothy Mozgov because who was it? It was the Bus, blanking on his name. I was going to say Jim Bus, but maybe it is Jim Bus. But he made that promise, 2017, we're going to be a contender. And the Lakers go and get Luol Deng, Timothy Mozgov as a desperation attempt, and it blows up in our face. And, it's one of those things where it's like, like we just got done paying Luol Deng like 2 years ago or whatever it was, right? So, again, no trade is better than a bad trade. Last thing you want is a bad trade to happen. You need to make the right move at the right price. Again, Lakers need multiple trades. They don't need just, like Jeremy Grant, I believe would make us better. But I don't think it makes us a bona fide contender, right? I think you need Jeremy Grant and, if you get Jeremy Grant and a Walker Kessler or a Wendell Carter Jr. or, something else of significance that now kind of raises the ceiling even further, now I think the Lakers move into that real contention, bona fide contender status. Will they be better? Could they win a championship? Absolutely, right? I mean, look at how good LeBron James and Anthony Davis are playing right now in the Olympics. You add a guy like a Jeremy Grant, you get another year of chemistry, you add in the JJ Redick factor, assuming he is at least a competent coach, right? The bar is not super high for Darvin Ham's replacement. Now, you add in all, health, things like that, all of these factors, yes, the Lakers can get there, right? But again, it's about the patience, right? And Jovan Buha, he talked about how, the Lakers are, they want patience, right? If the trade's there and it materializes and it develops, they're going to make the move, right? The Lakers are active in trying to find a trade, which is good, right? If the Lakers are just sitting on their thumbs and nothing was happening, then I'd be a little upset. I see all the comments and stuff where people are like, every day you're making a trade video, every day you're making a trade video. Well, one, that's all there really is right now. Right? It's kind of hard to talk about players on the roster when I don't know if they're going to be here or not come training camp, right? And 2, that's good, right? All I do is just relay the news and information that's out there, give my opinion, give my thoughts on it, sometimes, it'd be a little exploratory, hey, what about this 3-team idea? It's just fun entertainment conversation type videos, right? Again, this is YouTube, it's entertainment, it's fun. I'm not an insider, I'm not a reporter, just a fan like the rest of you, right? But the fact that there is this constant influx of just trade rumors is a good thing, because the more options that are available, the more likely it is that the Lakers get something done. And two, it shows that the Lakers are at least being active, that the Lakers are at least making an attempt to try to upgrade the roster and trade. What would you rather have? An abundance of trade rumors that could potentially happen? Or would you rather the Lakers just stand around and do nothing, right? Not make conversation, not do their due diligence, not do anything. I would rather have this abundance of trade rumors because, yes, it kind of gives you this sense of hope that may end up being false, but at least the Lakers are trying to better themselves. They're trying to put themselves in a better position. I would rather hear that and then, have calmed expectations than hear like, hey, so what, the Lakers just not planning anything? Lakers are not even going to make an attempt? Lakers are not even making phone? At least there's the phone calls that are being made. We'll see what develops, right? Again, maybe it's not by the time the season begins. Maybe it's at the trade deadline, right? Maybe it is that. But what if the Lakers are great, right? Who knows? There's so many factors that go into play between now and the start of the season, between now and the trade deadline, between now and playoffs, right? We'll see, right? But there is this, based on, what Jovan Buha said, that the Lakers are banking on 4 guys, right? They're banking on Gabe Vincent and Jared Vanderbilt and their return, as well as Max Christie getting a bigger, more significant role, as well as Dalton Knecht kind of slotting in as a ready-to-go type player. Now, do those 4 guys make the Lakers better? Yes, right? Better than they were last year, right? Because, even just Jared Vanderbilt and Gabe Vincent right off the bat were that's what we were waiting for. And Gabe Vincent didn't really give us anything offensively when he returned, but you saw the defense. And it's him defensively with Jared Vanderbilt and Anthony Davis. Not just that, but Anthony Davis plus Jared Vanderbilt makes you one of the best defensive teams in the league, because because Anthony Davis is so good defensively and covers so much ground. The Lakers have Jared Vanderbilt, who now can do the same. How many times have we joked and talked about, how basically Jared Vanderbilt's teleport and using instant transmission constantly all over the court, right? Those are the kind of things that really impact the game, and his impact even on the offensive side. Not in the traditional sense, right? He's not this great 3-point shooter, or this guy that's crossing dudes up and shooting over the top or shooting off the dribble or anything like that, but in just creating live ball turnovers, right? Getting rebounds, keeping balls alive, right? All of these things stack up and give the Lakers more opportunity on the offensive side that raise the scoring level. And so you add that in, you add Gabe Vincent, immediately we're better defensively. That in and of itself would make us better than we were last year. Also, I feel like a lot of people forget that the Lakers won 47 games last year, right? A lot of people act like the Lakers won 37 games last year and were just this atrocious basketball team. They were actually very good. And if it wasn't for Darvin Ham last year, basically being one of the main causes for the Lakers going 10 or losing 10 out of 13 games, the Lakers win half of those games. They're the 4th seed. Literally. So to think that there's not the potential for them to stay in that 5 range, right? If guys are healthy and they're able to perform, get another year of chemistry, get better coaching, get guys back. I think that the Lakers would be better. Look, I've said, even if the Lakers don't make a trade, I don't think that's the end of the world. I think the Lakers are still going to be a very good basketball team. Now, would I bet on them to win the championship? No. But would anyone be shocked if they won the championship? No. Even last year, the consensus was, even from non-Laker fans, were hey, if they beat Denver, they're probably the favorites to win the whole thing, right? If they beat Denver, they're probably coming out of the West. So how do we go from that to they're not even a playoff team, right? Teams got worse, and even the teams that got better didn't get significantly better, right? And there are already teams that were in front of us regardless, right? So I think at worst, the Lakers are still, a play-in team at worst, which not ideal, right? You don't want to be a play-in team every year, but I do think that you add in the coaching, you add in Jared Vanderbilt, you add in Gabe Vincent, Max Christie, right? The potential's there. We've seen what he can bring, but can he do it consistently and continue to take those strides, right? If Max Christie can become a legit 3-and-D guard, then yes, that massive, right? Gives us some athleticism out on the perimeter, can defend. I mean, you could even have at times Gabe Vincent, Max Christie, as well as Jared Vanderbilt with Anthony Davis. You're probably one of the best defensive teams in the league if Max Christie can continue to take strides. I mean, I was there for the Bucks game where he was clamping up Damian, like literally clamping up Damian Lillard, right? And the job he did on Devin Booker and that what was it? I think it was one of the end season. I think it was the elimination one for the end season tournament game, right? Like we've seen him match up against stars in this league and hold his own on the defensive side. Now, again, can he continue to improve? He does need better discipline. He needs to not gamble. He does gamble that type. Like there are things that he definitely needs to improve on, but he was 40% on catch and shoot threes. Can he continue to do that? Right? Can he improve his overall 3-point percentage? Play some defense. Dalton Knecht, I don't want to put too much pressure on the kid. Right? Like he looks like a guy that can come in and immediately make an impact and even just basically give you what Taurean Prince gave you during the course of the season. But still, like you got to imagine as a rookie, he's going to have his kind of learning curve moment. He's going to have his adjustment period, with just the pace and the speed and, understanding defenses and just the lay of the land from an NBA level, right? So there are factors that go into that I don't want to just assume, right? Who knows? Maybe he's great. I think more likely than not, he's probably going to be a 10 to 15 minute a game guy, but you never know, right? If he's 40% from three, uses athleticism, like basically gives us an Austin Reeves 2.0 essentially, right? I could see him getting maybe 20 minutes a game. Same thing with Max Christie, right? Like what if Max Christie is he's just so good on both sides of the ball, shooting the ball, playing defense that it's like, man, you got to keep this guy on the court, right? Like that'd be a good problem to have. But we'll see. Again, patience. Keep preaching patience, right? Know it's hard and know it's frustrating. Right? Talk about it all the time. The fan in me is like, we need something. We got to get something done ASAP. Like, I'm tired of waiting, as many of you are. I get the frustrations. But again, like that snowball, if all of a sudden it's like, boom, this first thing happened, go get Jeremy Grant. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh man, we just got, Walker Kessler or Wendell Carter Jr. or something like that too. And it's like, oh, let's go win a championship, right? A lot can change between now and tomorrow even, right? So we'll see how it plays out. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you think, yes, patience is key? It's hard to be patient, but yes, that is what's important. Do you think the Lakers do something? Do you think they won't? How do you feel? Whatever your thoughts are, I would love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. It's me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.